Wait, can you move it back?
No, your phone is going to fall now.
I'm in the wallet, but okay.
It's not.
It's fine.
Can you see me?
Everyone is in the
But it's
shot.
pointing to me.
Everyone is in the shot. I'm the production team here.
Okay, fine.
Starving Trevor.
Must pay me.
Never close.
You've been asking me this whole year if I had a clock.
Close for what?
You asked me this whole year for the same reason to put your laptop screen. I never have a cloth.
Welcome to the Subvex podcast, the place where I sit down and chat with people and pick their brains on a topic that I'm interested in. For our second video, we have the man who doesn't sleep, a good friend of mine, Mr. Mayuren, aka Mayu. So how are you, Mayu? How are things going?
Could be better. It's stressful. It's been a stressful week, stressful month, stressful semester. It's just stress. But we're surviving. There's no time to deal with depression. We're surviving.
So you'd say you're depressed then?
Yeah, okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with that.
And then why would you say you're depressed?
Oh, there's a lot of things, huh?
Okay, what? Okay.
It's generally just my self-esteem and my morale. It affects me, but like I've got to the point where I'm used to it now, so it's more like I have other things to worry about than being sad. Sad boy hour is there. It comes for 1 hour in a week. That's it. Other than that, we're aiming for stuff. We're aiming to move.
Okay, then. I know we're starting and it's just deep already. We just roll with it.
Yeah.
In that case, how do you manage your depression then? What are ways you do?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call it depression. It's more like because of the way my self-esteem is, or how it used to be, and the way I used to see myself.
You explained that part before.
I'll get to it. But like, because I generally usually had a low self-esteem. The thing is, I spend a lot of time alone. It's not good that you spend a lot of time alone, especially when you grow up, and then most of the time you get to spend time with a lot of people, but then you in that position where you sit and you're thinking more than you're doing things. I've always been told I have a roaming imagination, not an overactive one, just a roaming one, that I tend to think too much, and it's like how I'm coded, and I think because of that, it just makes me, if I think about all the wrong things, it makes me sad. Hey, the way I say sad, sounds like a child. Yeah, but it's not to say that I'm depressed. It's just to say, you get those moments where you just feel depressed. What was I talking about before that? I drifted so many times.
But I tell you, like for me, my experience, like isn't it you're talking about what's this? You said where as an adult you become alone, and I've had a different experience with that. Like for me, it's been like I've been social. It's been like for most of my life I've been trying to be social, and then now when I'm alone, that's when I'm starting to feel and
nice.
that's when I'm starting to feel in tune and so on. I think you find like most people are like that as well. But like maybe there are a few people as well where like they've been social the whole life, and then now, or like they're now changing to becoming more an internal person. So now that like for them, they are much better now because they are more internal.
You can say I used to be the person who was afraid of being alone. And when COVID hit, that's when depression came in. I was thinking to myself, what am I doing? Where's my work going? Am I studying? What's happening? I just started spiraling downwards. But then after I sat and reflected on myself, I don't mind it now. Like, I wouldn't say I'm depressed now. I just have depressed moments. That time I was depressed. I lost weight too. I lost a lot of weight. I did lose now, but this is also stress. It's not more depression. But as you asked before, how do I cope with it? It wasn't really. Again, it just took me some time to reflect on myself and think about what I actually want to do. And I have too many goals to be depressed. So I have things that I want that can make me happy. Well, I am happy. I'm not happy, but things that will make me feel more accomplished. My depression usually came from the fact that I wasn't accomplished enough. I didn't do enough.
I had a drive instead. I have a drive like it's like an. I get what you mean, but then instead of feeling sad, it's like I get angry, sort of. So like each time you get like that moment, it's like I get angry, and then from there it's like I'ma do the next thing. It's just for me, it's to do the next thing, and it's like also like a high jealousy and envy as well. So like you find one small thing, you find someone a common thing, right? I'd been in school, right? For most of the year, I'd be chill about school, but then you find just someone achieving just a bit more. Okay, like commonly top 10, right? I was like general number 10, number 9, top 10.
Same.
And then you find someone. It's funny because like between the time you can always pretend to say you're not
phased by it.
You're not phased by it, but the time when top 10 awards came out, it always hits. But then I was saying like it's not really top 10 moments, but then when you just have that one moment, you just feel someone is better than you. It's like okay, or like they think they're better than you. Just like one. That's when I use that as a. Then I'd use that as a stepping stone. Like that'd be my fuel to. I think one thing that killed me as well is like I use that to measure am I better than people or worse than people. That's the one. So based on what you're doing and then what I'm doing, and then I rate how much I'm doing the things I've done based on the things the other person is doing. I think that's another thing that something I've changed or been changing. Not exactly still there, but it's not as worse as it was before.
For me, I don't think I get angry. I don't think I've gotten. It's been a long while since I've gotten angry. I just get either upset, disappointed, or the worst of all, frustrated. Yo, you know what frustration is? Frustration is doing a Rubik's Cube for 14 years and not solving it. I look at that thing and I want to break it.
The only time I've ever felt frustrated is here. And the only time I've ever felt before I used to say I have good control over myself, I have good anger control. Until I came to varsity, like
until you came to TUT.
I've felt like, especially like mechanics. Yo, mechanics is frustrating. Like there are some like especially subjects and things like this is where like because like before right before when I like in control and I was like sort of in high school it was sort of like a closed environment. You could sort of control yourself easier. So you say this person, so like you sort of separate yourself from other people because you don't feel what they're feeling. So that's one thing. But then here, a lot of things have happened. It's like they happen. And I'm like, okay, so that's why people are like this. Or that's why people react like this. That's why people react like this. So that's what he meant. So like, let's say when you're watching interviews and then you get flashbacks, like, so that's what this guy meant. That's what a lot of moments, especially in the second semester.
And the more you get into it, the more you understand you're not so different from people. It's a scary thought that is.
I find it liberating.
It is in a sense.
Because for me, the whole time I've always thought I've been special. It's always that thing where I knew I was. Even now, I still do feel like it. But then now it's rooted in a different thing. Because then before, right? So I did a lot of sports when I was younger, and then always like high performing and achieving and many things. So then now come varsity, still roughly the same thing. Even though I'm achieving now on my own personal spheres, like my personal way, but then it's still there. So I still have that. I still know pridefully that I'm able to achieve things. It's still there, but then now I've like come to the realization. Like once you realize things, now it's like even if. So you see other people, but then you realize each of them have their own different situations. So even if you're not, you can still sort of understand. One thing is like if I was born in a different, like I could be them basically because if I was born in a different thing, because then you realize the things that push you and tag you, they're roughly the same, and you react more like the same thing, the same way as you react, other people would react. So if you were born, let's say, to someone else, to like different parents or in a different place, you'd still sort of react in the same way.
A complete different scenario.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be more or less the same.
And then like you just realize the social pools would react the same. If you're put under certain circumstances that give you social pulls, you still react the same way.
It's like when I'm on Instagram and I find something and I want to comment on it. And I'm thinking, you know what, my comment's going to be the first one of this kind. I go over there, I see like 100 of the same comments that already thought about what I was thinking about. And I'm like, damn, they got to it before me. Even if it's dark humor or something.
But then now I'm thinking about it, there was like a push before, because like before I was like, where does your uniqueness come from? Sort of, because then even if, let's say, there's like a difference between who you are and how you react in situation. I guess there's a difference between how you think about the situation and how you would react to the situation. I guess, because like when it comes to how you would react in the situation and what you'd feel in that situation, then we'd feel the same things and what we feel, the emotions that come, but then how we react, and then like the perspective we have on it. I guess that depends on the person.
Like if you overthink and you think about scenarios that's going to happen in the future, and then you think, you know what, this is what I'll do. If something happened like this is what I'll do. Comes that moment and then everything just disappears.
If the scenario just changes.
Yeah.
And I think, especially like when you're imagining situations, there's a thing whereby you miscount the realities.
You try as much to think about as many realistic situations that come on, but then you miss like 90% of them.
I think that's when I realized, like, especially let's say, like a big thing would be first day on campus. So that's a big thing. Your first day, the way you think about it is always gonna be completely different from.
You think, you know what, I'm gonna be goal driven. It's gonna be exciting.
It's always gonna be different from the way. But I think it makes sense, because then I guess also, like, we were talking about being normal. That's what we were. But anyway, like when it comes to like what was I now?
First day at campus.
Oh yeah, first day campus. When you imagine a situation, as I thought about it once. Like your brain, it shows the level of complexity in the world, and for me, I'd say, that's one of the proofs. I'd say that there's a God. Like this, for me, I'm Christian, so I say that's the proof that there's God, right?
Yeah.
Is that the complexity, your world, the only thing you can think about is your world, whereas
everyone has.
There's an infinite number of situations that can happen outside of what you're thinking. That your mind, the power of your mind is only able to comprehend this small part of your own world, instead of the millions of things.
What all the other processes are. Maybe this building has feelings too. We don't even know. We can't comprehend it. That's the thing.
So besides our deep starts, okay, would you care to give us a brief intro on who you are? Even if it's not brief, just an intro.
Yeah, no. I'm a guy who born and grew up in KZN. I lived my whole life in a very secluded area, very quiet area. My parents got divorced when I was 5, so I spent my whole life with my dad. 20 out of 21 years. I have a sibling that's about 4 years younger than me, 4 or 5 years younger than me. And then, two step parents, 2 parents, and 3 more younger siblings. I'm the eldest. I've had a lot of academics growing up, a lot of academic achievements, a lot of sport achievements. I've done a lot of sports, but you can see I'm skinny, so definitely I didn't do rugby. I played cricket, I played soccer, I did athletics, all 3 of which I represented for. I did karate, which I represented and got my nationals for fighting.
Do you get paid for that, for karate?
No, but it was a nice feeling.
Okay, the reason why I bring up being paid is right, because I did chess very well, like from 6.
From the time you were 6, yeah. When I was eating sand, you were playing chess.
From the time I was 6 to, so I was 6, and then I played for like 6. I was like 2011, right? So for the time
I was 9. Oh.
So 6, 2011, 2012. I think I can't remember what I played. 2011, 2011, I went to provincial. Played at Cape Town then. Played at Cape Town, was a provincial. I was in the B team, under 8, I think, and then under 8 B team, and then 2012 was won the chess championship. I was in the under 8 team. But then my father was before there was a time where there was a joke. I think around 2015, 2016. My father said I could have gone national, right?
Yeah.
But then I dropped it to play soccer. But then
I see no mistake there.
And then I bring out money because there was a thing where it's like before it was like, is the money in chess? I don't know. Sure, it's not the right way to think about it. And there's a short thing, and
My man was business minded at 8 years old.
not quite, but then
There's money to be made.
it's just a small thing. But then I think the reason why I wanted to go into soccer was because of my cousin. My cousin, there was a time. My older cousin, right? He played for Ajax Cape Town. He's not playing anymore, but there's
Okay.
Ajax Cape Town. Yo, those. But yeah, he played for Ajax Cape Town. He was playing in Soweto. It was an under 15 tournament. I watched it, and then I think that's when they won. They won the cup. I saw that, and I think that sort of triggered me to want to start playing soccer, and then that's when. But then back then I was playing chess from 2011 to 2013.
Yeah.
And I was playing cricket from 2011 to I was playing for a club then. I played cricket from 2011 to 2015 officially for a club, but then 2017 was the school one.
You play longer than me.
2017 was the time I realized that bench was nice.
I can't say that.
Well,
I've
that's
never
a-
been on the bench for cricket.
Well, that's another thing. No, I was on the bench because I got out. So
Oh yeah, hey, that's a nice feeling, huh?
Because I was,
Especially when you're catching a hiding. Ooh.
because here's the thing, right? I think it was 2011. I was playing for club. And then 2015, I stopped playing cricket for a club and I played for school. And then when I played for school around 2016, 2017, right, is when I played for the school. But then 2016, I was still you'd find me. So bowling, I was on the game, and then you'd find me playing for most of the match. So by 2017, was last year, grade 7. So then we're chilling. So you're just chilling as a last year, and you see when some grade 6 friends and so on. So just chilling, and you see the jokes they make and everything, and you're and I think I got out because before I'd get most of I got 50s, but I stayed there for the whole batting in it. I'd stay there, and then I get out. Then there's I think I play maybe 5 overs, and then I get out. Once I get out, you sit by you chilling, see people making jokes, and chill. And then I realized that bench was nice. Sure, not professional, but at school,
Yeah.
it was nice.
I did cricket as well, but I didn't play a lot of games. We played 3 games, and then from there they evaluated us, and I got chosen for what do you call it? Provincials or regionals, I can't remember. And then we went over there to regionals, going with high confidence, and we just got a hiding. Ooh.
Was the school thing?
It was a school. It was our school was a combined school. They combined half of our school and half of a close by school, and we went against. The problem is we went against 2 private schools which combined, and they both known. The thing is, you can get into the school via scholarship for sport. That's how professional that school was in sport. They gave us a second innings, and we still didn't make a quarter of the score. I had no part in there because I'm not a batsman. I'm a bowler and I'm a fielder. I'm not an all-rounder.
I was all-rounder.
I can't bat. I was always like, I can bat. When I started playing cricket, I can't bat. Oh.
All-rounder was nice. My father used to say when you're playing all-rounder, you always have a second chance. Sort of. So if you
do bad in batting,
if you do your batting,
you can redeem yourself in bowling.
But I had fun in batting.
I enjoyed bowling. The thing is, I was a very orthodox bowler. I never tried anything special. But the way I bowl, I never aimed for wickets. I always aimed, my way of bowling was reduce the score, have the lowest economy on the team. I always try to aim for an economy of 3. If I get wickets, the bonus.
I wasn't like that.
I was always
seam,
line and length.
When were you playing?
2014 to 2015.
So the age roughly.
Oh, yo. How old was I in 2013? I was 11 and 12.
Okay, so because I started in think like 8, 9, right? So for me, when I started playing, I was always when I was playing cricket, it was like I was always going for the. It was like when you're a child, you want the action part. You want the action part. So when I got wickets, that was the action part. So then, the economy and the thing, I never thought about that. For me, it was about getting the wickets, and then I stopped. So I feel I would have gotten more of a batsman, because then, like being a batsman, was always fun to do. You could always hit, and because like isn't normally the first thing when you're playing against a spinner, you block, and then
unless you
once you slow ball and then you hit, but like your second ball you always block, and then from there.
Unless you're Chris Gale and then you just want to hit everyone.
But hitting sixes was nice. I always used to.
The thing is with me, because the reason why I didn't like batting is because I was really small. I was really, really small. I only had a growth spurt after 2 years after that I played cricket. I was really small, really frail, really skinny. So like, I had no power to hit the ball anywhere. And then the guy I went up against was like my height. How tall I am now. That's how tall he was then. I won't forget those two guys' names, Pete and Xander. Yo, I'm afraid of them. Yo, the way they played. I'm playing. I don't even know how to bat, and they coming here with like the dolphin professional. Their school had dolphin coaches coaching them.
You were meant to lose.
Oh, we were meant to lose. It was written in the start. And then we had 2 games after that, one of which we won, and one we lost narrowly. But that one was that was embarrassing. Oh, that was very bad. Thank God I don't have to see them again. Yo, the funny thing is they couldn't even be here. I don't even know that. I just forgot what they look like. I just won't forget their names. But that was also the case for soccer. I didn't know what to do. I was afraid of the ball, so they played me centre back because I was good at tackling. Eventually, I started getting more confidence on the ball. I moved up to midfield. Then I got into high school. When I was playing for a club in high school, because I was tall compared to the rest of the guys, they threw me in striker, saying, "You're going to be the target man."
I had a different experience.
So basically, I played everywhere on the pitch, but I would prefer to play 6.
I started at right back. Right back, like. There's a weird thing in sports. I've realized is like the way they change. Because when you're playing small right, it's just it's much easier to play. Whereas once you're older, these tactics come in.
Understanding of what's happening, understanding of what the vision is.
For me, the older version of right back, where you just go up and down, and then just wait on the. What is
halfway
this?
line.
Not halfway. Not wait. Okay, remember, let's say you have a corner right, and then you 3 bounce out, and then let's say you have the D, like just before the D, then the ball comes to you and you take a shot. That's my type of right back. Like before under 13, come under 15 when you come in. Not my type of.
There's inverted right backs, overlapping right backs.
Yeah, I haven't played it. I used to overlap. Overlapping was nice.
Yeah, basically a wing back.
I love it. Yeah. But then that's not my type of. I haven't played right back as well in a long time. Cause okay, here's the thing. I started right back, right, under 9, like maybe under 11. I started right back. Then I went to goalkeeper. Went to goalkeeper, right?
Man was Buffon.
And then when I went back to right back, that's when coach started putting me in centre back.
I love centre back.
And then
I have every excuse. I have every excuse to tackle someone. If I don't like them, I have every excuse to tackle them. And I don't like people. But if there's one person there that's so annoying, I won't 2-foot them, but yeah, it'll be close. I'll get a booking on purpose. I get a booking on purpose.
But then besides centre back, and then I went into the midfield.
Ooh, midfield is my place.
Right.
That's home.
The reason I went to the midfield is because the midfielder didn't do the job. That's how I felt. I felt the midfielder didn't do the job, so then that's why I went into midfield. That's where I am now.
I was thrown there because when I was playing striker, I was put in the midfield because when I was playing striker, I was dropping too far deep. I don't even realize it, but I was dropping really far deep. I wasn't even like a false 9. It became like a 10 and eventually an 8. When the coach threw me there to be striker, I got assist, but I mean like, I had 1 goal. I only scored 1 goal.
And how many games?
I played 11 games that season.
1 goal in 11 games.
Because I only played striker for 1 game. He played me in the midfield and fullback. I played on 1 goal. I had what was it, like 8 assists. I don't like getting goals. Maybe like that long range, as you said, that belter. You know, when you get to lose your mind and go crazy.
What? Which position?
I'm saying from deep. You just hit that
Oh, yeah.
sweet shot and then. But other than that, I don't like scoring goals. I prefer helping someone score the goal. I prefer the pass over the finish.
I'm not sure. Especially the change of.
I mean, I can't talk. I'm not playing professionally.
Yeah, but I mean, for me, I'm saying,
Yeah.
for me, there's a huge. For me, it's like there's a change between. Well, I'm looking at the change from under 9 because I played under 9 for a club. I was playing since like last year. Last year.
You were under 9 last year.
No. So like since I played for a club since like 2022,
Yeah.
and then this year I'm in but I'm out. But then,
We play on the rocky field. That's how.
well, like it's the change is weird for me because of how positions and the game change as you grow older. So for me, it's not. So let's say you're a new person, you're watching the game. You see the game from what it looks like right now on the game. So but for me, I'm looking at it, especially now because I've played because if you play right back, you can play right wing. If you play
right back, you play left wing. You can play right wing, but then that depends on how your orientation of the wing is.
But I'm talking about in your.
Yeah.
In the proper game, so left wing, but then before where you could just like overlap,
And like a wing back.
and then the right wing gives the crosses under 13, the right wing just goes down and then give the crosses. If they can, just dribble. But even if they're dribbling, they're going to dribble and then give the crosses, take a shot. That's the traditional way that I'm used to. That's the way I see.
How Kyle Walker used to be back a couple of years back.
So that's the way I see the right wing is. So before I used to play. So for me, I see like I can play right back, right wing, left back, left wing, and then there's also center back. I was put in there. There's midfield. Striker is a position I never touched because it always seemed boring. Just always seemed boring for me.
Depends though on what type of striker.
Just always seemed boring.
If you're like a Haaland striker, then it would be boring because then you have only one job. But if you're like an Alvarez or you're behind him and you get to do more, it's more high impact.
But then
like a gap
but
forward.
then Alvarez you'd say is a 10. More like a 10.
I wouldn't call him a 10. I'd call him like a false 9. I would say because he does the job. I wouldn't call him so far as back as a 10. I would call like.
Okay, but then here's the thing, right? He's playing with Haaland plays the 9. So then Alvarez and that,
Just behind him.
yeah, he plays a 10.
I think the reason why he's playing there is because De Bruyne is not there.
Okay, but then if
If he was there, I would say he'll play more as a layoff striker.
okay, but then in the traditional way that you say that Alvarez is a 10.
For now, yeah.
In the traditional way, so for me that's still sort of a 10 because then there's already a striker on the field. So saying there's no striker on the field and then you're playing striker, it's not my type of. It's not. I never.
The thing is with me, when I like, especially, I don't think they know. I play a lot of games, so FIFA. When I play FIFA, I always play a layoff striker and a solid striker. So I have one striker that does the job, and one striker that finishes. So although they're both strikers, they're both in the box. The one does all the dribbling or the receiving or drawing the defenders away. It does all of the work, and then one is just there. One has one job to score. If they don't score, I'm quick sending. No, but realistically, anyone can fit that role. The question is whether the build-up play works to help the role. I mean, in FIFA, in FIFA, when you're playing with a two-striker formation, I can put a piece of wood there. As long as I know how to build up, that piece of wood, the ball will hit that piece of wood and will go in. The thing
But
is,
I mean, okay. Comparison-wise, just give an intro of your FIFA background before. Yeah, just give a comparison of the FIFA background, because those that know you,
a lot of
the ones that know you know your FIFA background. Give your FIFA background.
I play a lot of games. I played FIFA from FIFA 8 up until 23. The only one I missed was 15. Only FIFA
8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
How did you start FIFA then?
PlayStation 2. First, actually no, it's actually a weird story. It's actually a very weird story. My interest in FIFA. I had a phone. I had a Nokia Music Express.
Which one is that?
Oh, it's old. It's very old. This is like 2010. I'm talking. And
because the Nokia phone I know it's like the small one, right? And then it had a green screen.
No, this one had a proper LCD. It had a LCD. It was a red phone, and it had buttons to control music on the side. Imagine. buttons to control music.
Like
Pause, forward, rewind.
So like the app does like an
There was no
like
L.
this is a phone with the buttons.
Yeah, just had normal buttons, and on the side, but 3 buttons just for music. Yeah. So I had a game there. I had a football game there. Oh, I'm thinking about this now. It's unlocked a memory I forgot about. It was a nice game, and then I'm a Liverpool supporter, so I just always pick Liverpool. And I'm like, you know what, this is fun. I can score from outside the box.
I think I know it.
I got FIFA. I got my first FIFA was FIFA. If I'm not mistaken, my first FIFA was FIFA 10.
Now you get 8 and 9.
I bought them for nostalgia wise. And I also has 3 FIFA 1 and 2. But I bought 10. 10 was 150 rand. FIFA now is 1,200 rand. FIFA 10 I bought for 150 rand.
Inflation, check the power project.
Yo, 1,200 rand for FIFA. That's why I had a lot of FIFAs. Now that's why I can't afford it now. Because I can buy 10 FIFAs with what I had. Yo. But yeah, I bought FIFA 10 and then I just played. I don't know what to do. I learned the controls. I didn't learn the controls. I knew X. I knew circle, pass, shoot, and the left analog to move.
Yeah.
Maybe FIFA 14 I learned the sprint button.
Are you serious?
Yeah. FIFA 17 I learned there's a triangle, through ball. And I can cross.
Okay, I also learned it very early. Like 2018 when I got like FIFA 18, that's when I learned that the triangle is for
Through ball. Then I learned that there's something called skill moves. I only knew like 2 skill moves. I don't know what to do. I just wiggled the analog and the skill move did itself. I don't know what skill moves were or anything. I just hit and hope with the analog. So then I didn't do it a lot. So I used to play like 4-3-3, attack, pace, find only pacey players. Get in FIFA 20. FIFA 20 is when I started playing FIFA. When I started playing FIFA. When I was playing Ultimate Team.
like 2020.
Proper FIFA 20, yeah. Then I started building teams.
Because of COVID or
No, just
interest.
yeah.
Was okay, so what is it? For me, I see COVID that came in March. So was it before that?
It was before that, yeah.
Before that.
So I was like, let me play it. I said, hey, it was nice. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed beating people when I didn't know what was happening. And FIFA 21 came. So that's where I became a FIFA player. I learned skill moves. I learned custom tactics. I learned defending mechanics. I learned crossing mechanics, passing mechanics, one touch, custom tactics, through ball mechanics, volley mechanics, skill
Like the
moves.
mechanics of everything.
I learned FIFA. I learned FIFA by the book. I learned every single skill move in the game. I know it all off by heart. When I play off muscle memory now. I make custom tactics, and then from then onwards, it just started progressing. I entered competitions for FIFA. I won a lot, but I didn't get to the finals because there are some people there that can give you a bad idea. My problem was always internet. I always had internet issues with FIFA. Like now you see me playing FIFA. I'm not even joking. This year when I'm playing FIFA 23, the first half and like 10 minutes of the second half, I can't play. My game is frozen. People are playing on 2 ping. I'm playing on 2200 ping. I check my internet, 25 megabytes download, 16 kilobytes upload. 16 kilobytes!
Oh.
Yo, but then I learned how to play with it, and now I ended up playing pro clubs. I joined pro clubs. I joined the South African Pro Clubs League, SAPL. I played as centre back. I played on the wing, and I don't want to brag, but I'm one of the higher end players in the league because a lot of clubs wanted me, and I just decided to retire because it's traveling. I have no time for FIFA.
What's the hierarchy in FIFA?
What's the hierarchy?
Yeah.
Skillers are not up there. Up there are people who pay to win. They buy all of their players, and if they're good at the game and they have a good team, that's a problem. The thing is, a lot of people who play the game abuse the mechanics. If you know how to abuse the mechanics, you won. Like me, purposefully, I don't abuse the mechanics. I don't want to play FIFA if I'm following the same one-track mind everyone is following. If everyone's doing cutback goals, there's a fun in that. That's why I'm a skill merchant. That's why I do crazy things. That's why, like when I was streaming for a lot of my friends, because a lot of them wanted to see how I play. You will see me losing 4-0 in the first half, and I will score 8 in the second half. And then most of them are crazy. You see me skilling the whole team. I'll use every skill move I can in one run with one player. Yo, I've embarrassed a lot of players, huh?
I open to match requests.
Yeah, I'm open to match requests. Yeah.
Where can they request?
They can comment on the Power Project. I'll reply to it.
They comment on the Power Project, comment on this video.
I'll give them my game
Mayu,
tag.
and then if you don't believe Mayu, you don't believe him, you think he's camping, it's not, then send him a match request. We'll arrange for you, and then see and play how that goes.
The thing is, I can give them a warning. I don't play FIFA to have fun. I play FIFA so that my opponent doesn't have fun. I want to make the game hell. That's how I play FIFA. But yeah, I don't mind. A lot of people did. I've had a lot of close, like in the SAPL, a lot of people requested to play me. If I know the player is a 20-0 player, they're the higher end. That's when I know.
What's the 20-0 player?
It's so we have a weekend league in FIFA, and we have 20 games. Those are the guys that play and win every single game.
Oh, 20. Okay, I see what you mean. So
20,
in a 20 game league, they win 20 and then they
lose nothing. Now the guys that I've seen do that every week. That's a crazy record. The thing is, I can do it if I had good internet and if I wasn't cocky. Because I do a lot of skill moves, I get cocky. I start skilling in the middle. I start doing tricks. I want to make them feel bad about themselves. And then it bites me. And then, yeah. Sometimes you get frustrated and then you start using crazy formations. Like, I don't use the meta. The meta is 4-5-4-1. It's 4-2-3-1. It's 4-1-2-1-2. And it's 4-3-3. There's this one weird 4-3-3 people use. I don't know why. And it's 4-2-2-2. I can't even remember whether it's the 4-3-3 holding with 1 DM, 2 centimeters, and 3 strikers, or 3 attackers, or it's the...
That's the one I use.
It depends on your custom tactics. A lot of people...
No, I just look
4-3-3
4-3-3 with 1 defender and 2 attackers.
And then...
But I'm playing for fun. I'm not playing. I'm playing for fun.
Like when I played against Captain and I beat him. And I used a
You played with him?
And I used a broken controller.
What does it called?
We played him on penalties. I beat him on penalties. He scored, and then I equalized in extra time. And then 3 of my penalties, I was looking and talking to Rida. 3 of the penalties Captain took. I just used the analog and I said it without looking at the screen.
Yeah.
That's how you get in people's minds for penalties. Especially, FIFA is mind games. FIFA, and then the amount of messages you get. But it's not like I only play FIFA. I play other games too. I play Fortnite, but I'm not good at Fortnite. That game I play to have fun. That game I'm a bush camper. I sit and I hide. My forte is hiding, running and hiding. That's my specialty. Everyone will be like, I can build, I can edit, I know how to take trick shots.
Like?
Huh?
I'm not playing Fortnite, so what is it like?
It's a PvP game, player versus player. It's a battle royale. It has evolved tremendously over time. It started off with just a battle royale.
So it's its own world, and then everyone can sort of join, and then
you lobby up. Everyone gets in, and then you land, pick a spot to land, get weapons. Last man surviving is the winner. There's a storm that closes in that brings you to a certain point. You have to go there, and then whoever is alive at the end of the game is the winner. So now the thing is with Fortnite, it started off as only that, and they brought in playground mode where you can have fun with friends.
So now if you're not go for the battle royale,
you can have this. You can play anything in Fortnite now. It's crazy. There's horror maps where you can go and you can like watch them. There's even a mode in creative mode. Creative mode is where you can do whatever you want. You can build things. There's a map in creative mode where you can go with your friends and there's a TV screen and you can go and watch a movie. Whatever movie's playing, they have scheduled movies playing on the TV screen and you can go and stay and watch a movie.
What type of movies are there?
Whatever. Like last time I remember I watched was Wreck-It Ralph 2. There was Star Wars as well. The last one.
Why did you mention that movie? I always
We had a whole thing with Wreck-It
Memories,
Ralph.
man.
Yeah, there's a whole Wreck-It Ralph thing in
Yo.
Fortnite. Fortnite is the thing is the more people hate it, the more I realize, you know what, it's just a game. But then I hate FIFA as well. I play FIFA so much that I hate it. So I can't complain. It'll be hypocritical of me, but yeah.
Okay, so Power Project.
Yeah. Do you know how it started?
Yeah, I heard from what Trevor said. He said he pitched it to you guys, and then.
We were all discussing. We were all talking about it. We were making fun of it.
Okay, so what's your view of Power Project and how it came out?
Ooh, if I have to think back, it wasn't even the time when we started Discord. It was even before that when we were on campus. It was one of the days where Trevor mentioned it, and we were talking about it like, yeah, you know, we just for fun.
When was this?
July, June?
When was your Discord channel?
My Discord has been there for a long time,
Yeah,
but we only started studying properly in July, June.
On Discord.
Yeah. It was the three of us and Rida. Rida came just for cramming.
So for context, Mayu has a Discord,
Server, yeah.
private Discord for us that we chill with, and then we study there.
I got my brother as well, and we do everything there. We play games there.
So on the Discord, and then around July, that's when you added like captain.
Yeah. That's when we started. We were doing a lot of studying, and then we started playing poker. Poker was nice. I made them go bankrupt so many times. Trevor was the first one though. He was the first one to make us all go bankrupt. We call him Mr. Steal Your Money. Hey, then all his money got stolen. But yeah, the more we used Discord, the more we enjoyed it. The more we started to understand that we can do anything. And then the more we talked about it, the more we thought, hey, you know what? Why don't we do a podcast? It started off as a joke. We were supposed to discuss the most stupid things. I was supposed to get us cancelled in the first episode. We were supposed to add Rida and then get us cancelled. And then the more we talked about it, the more we discussed it, the closer it got to time where we wanted to record, the more serious we got about it. And then we added you.
No, I added myself in.
Yeah. But I asked you if you wanted to be...
Yeah, but I added myself
Yeah,
in,
basically,
so.
yeah. I said, you know what, if we add 7 Zilla, we're going to add more realism to our talks. Because I'm going to talk about stupid things, I know. I'm going to divert. I have, like, my ADHD is going to be all over the place. We needed someone to bring us back to point A. I'm on point pi or something. I'm even out of the English letters.
Okay, so here's what Trevor said, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is the same experience for you, but Trevor said around June, July, I wanted to record, and he said captain delaying.
Yeah, it was. That was the case. That literally was the case. We've been wanting to record. And he's like, not now, it's not now. Captain, you know what Captain wanted? Captain, I'm talking to you. You know what the Captain wanted? He wanted us to get professional equipment first. Trevor and I were like, how are we supposed to get the equipment without getting paid, without having a podcast in the first place? He wanted to get professional mics, tripod, cameras.
Yeah.
Yo. That's a person's salary for the month. Per person.
Next few episodes, I kept saying, see what he says about this, and then you hear his side of the story.
Listen there. No, there. I can hear it. I can hear it.
So what's your view on how it's evolved now?
I think we're going quite well with it. I think the way we're moving with it in terms of the topics that we're introducing, that's quite real. And it's not serious like how I started this topic here. We're talking about my life story and depression. But it's serious. We talk about real stuff. The thing is, we have a lot to discuss. We've been talking mainly about crisis. We still haven't touched on our personal interests yet. So I feel that the amount of content available for us is so broad. And we have 4 different individuals over here. We all doing the same course. We all have a mind track of wanting to do well and stuff. And we all have similar in a lot of ways, but that's also we're so different in so many ways. We all grew up in different backgrounds. We had different experiences. We met different people. But we are all 4 individuals, and we want to have guests. Yeah, stay tuned because we're gonna have a lot of guests appearing on the podcast. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot of guests and share their experiences, share what they have about certain topics, and not all the time is gonna be about you know what about you. Those guests can come back and we can discuss actual topics. So I think we're going quite well, as long as we don't get ourselves cancelled. I think we'll be fine. I think we're doing quite well. And plus, the fact that we're doing it and we're still surviving this course, when we do have a lot of time to record, I want to do stuff now as well. So like, yeah.
I was talking with Trevor, like, it's sort of like a side project. It's sort of like a side project is like, isn't it, with your career? It's like an addition money-wise, to allow you to get more. Like, it's an addition money-wise so that it allows you to now, you're able to do what you wanna do with money. Because like, if you have a job only, what you're gonna say in the job, you're gonna get taxes, you're gonna get responsibilities, and things like they're gonna come to you. Then you're like, I want more money. I wish I had more money. Whereas then they're gonna come back to side project, and the side project is gonna come back to now. So now it's gonna come back to, you're gonna have to balance your varsity or your job, wherever you are, and with your side project.
Yeah.
So that was one thing. But then I guess with the power project, for me, the way I see it, right, I'm not really as stressed about recording, right? Because then even us in random topics, they're like some random nonsense that's
as long as first thing that comes here.
Like there's always some random nonsense that we'll say.
Like the egg.
And then we'll
I still can't get over that. One egg. What egg? Yo.
In the second podcast episode for more context on it. But yeah, because like even if we're just chilling, right, you find Trevor saying you speak nonsense, you must record the whole time. So just like just generally sitting, we just like talk about anything random. As long as we just like get over the nerves. The first few minutes, the nerves of being on camera. So we just have like a topic for the first few.
As long as once we start rolling.
Yeah, once you start rolling, and then once you're already in the mindset of like just talking to my friend.
Yeah.
And
it's fine. Especially with me, I'm not good in front of camera. I think I did well so far. I could have done worse. Like the first episode, I was very fidgety, but then I think the second episode, I paid attention quite well. So I think yeah, and plus it'll help us in the future, because like if we were to have like a Skype interview or something.
Yeah, I think even presentation,
yeah, it'll help us.
And for me, one thing I saw, because like you see, when I did the first episode, right, that day I filmed my first YouTube video, as my first sketch of it, because I deleted it because I didn't like. So that was when I filmed my first video, and then I learned to talk. But then even before then, I was like learning to talk and making my voice clearer and so. Like first video and then the second episode as well. So now I'm getting used to speaking in front of camera.
Yo, I absolutely hate the way I sound too. Ooh, I hate the way I sound. I sound so I sound like a proper stereotypical Indian from Durban.
I've gotten used to my voice.
I've gotten used to it as well, but like when I hear myself on the camera, I'm like, no, man, no. Let me do. Like I send a voice note. I use that feature where you send it to yourself. I send it there. If I sound stupid, I resend it. Oh.
Because for me, right, I think it's sort of like also that thing where you don't really care. Because like let's say I record a video, right, and then I'm listening to myself. I've no. My point is not to listen to how my voice sounds.
Yeah.
But then what I'm actually saying. So like, I remember the first video. I'm saying rubbish. I need to record again. So my thing there is saying that I must listen to the quality of what I'm saying. Does it make sense? Does it link up? So that way you sort of get used to your own voice. It comes subconscious instead of like becoming, instead of it being the first thing that you see or hear about.
The thing is with me, although I hear myself a lot, I don't know, for some reason I just hate it. It's like, the thing is, okay, as again, we're gonna get deep again. I said, as a thing, I have a lot of, not insecurities, but a lot of things I don't like about myself. And I don't want to change it because at the end of the day, it's still me. But then I get annoyed by it. One of it being the way my voice sounds.
Okay, but for me, I'd say insecurity, right?
Yeah.
With the way. I think if it's changeable, okay, changeable is the wrong word. If it's improvable, because here's the thing, like people don't change, they improve. You can't really change a person if that's how they are. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay.
you can't. A person.
I don't want to
won't-
make a joke about it. It's true.
A person won't change. Then it's either like they get better or worse, or there were signs.
That joke. Oh, okay, it's fine.
There were signs there you were not looking, but like people don't really change. Because then even if so think about it, even if you're trying to say I'm changing my personality, I'm changing my character. So let's say you go to a new place, you wanna change your persona, change your thing. At the end of the day, you're gonna come back and say this is exhausting, I'm tired of this, and then I'm gonna go back. So like maybe I made my mistakes in my past, but then
Especially
instead
for
of-
people who like use a mask to cover themselves in front of people. Like a lot of people who have a different persona in front of people feel it exhausting after time.
I think I had the same thing. But then for me it was not conscious, it was rather
Subconscious, yeah. It was like your brain coded it yourself.
not really. It's like this is I say this is me and this is where I wanna be. And the person I wanna be. It's like that was like who I was like sort of fake it till you make it in a way. So like this part was the type I wanted to be. So like it had parts of me that I wanted, plus it also had the pushing part where the person I wanted to become. And then there was me at home where like tired of it all. So now that's sort of the linking up of it. And then so like each time I'd have, especially like in this year, I'd have a 2 week where I'd be high energy, and then 1 week I don't want anything, no school, nothing. I'm tired of thinking.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
So like
I've noticed that.
so I have like 2 weeks where I'm in high energy, school, whatever projects I'm doing on the side, and then for 1 week I'm not speaking to no one. As much as I can speak, as much as I can talk, I'm not. And then from there, let's move on to. Do you have any side projects on the side that you're working on? And if you do, how do you balance that with your schoolwork?
Well, right now there's no side projects because I want to focus on this year. I feel I took it second semester for granted, so
I think you all did.
Yeah.
After first semester.
So I feel like for now, till I can finish this year, I'm going to focus on this thing. But my friend group, my other friend group, and we have a channel on YouTube which we have gaming videos. We only have 3 there though because we all got busy, and I don't want to. I was doing all the work for 10 people. Or was it 8 people? I was doing all of the work, and then I was like, I'm tired because one of the projects took 7 hours to edit, and then the whole thing crashed.
What do you mean?
The whole video crashed. The whole thing crashed. I had to go and restart. And the thing is now, we have 4 hours worth of clips. I'm re-watching through all of them.
And editing.
And then taking parts out. Yeah. The thing is, it was fun, but I didn't have time at the time. What I did, I was just wasting.
Even right now, after there's so many starting stories we'll have. But then even now with the podcast and the way it's going, that's why now I've only like put myself in one job instead of, because I've realized I can
You have distractions everywhere. They're all good ones, but they're still distractions.
I've cut them down.
Yeah.
I was planning to tell about my cutting down process in the first episode, but then like right now we have in all the spheres, like basically the power project is what I'm doing.
Yes.
Basically. Like so video editing, marketing, thumbnails, graphic designing. Those are all things I've started in. But then there's a time, like yesterday, when the captain was like editing a thumbnail, right? I really didn't partake in any of it most of the time. I just like got in, I sort of looked what's here, what's there. Maybe you could add this, maybe you could add that, just to like sort of see how it's going. But then I stopped partaking in it because like now, and then I've only like picked one role for myself. That's what I'm doing, and I've sort of picked a role that sort of like suits me in the way that I'm growing and building. Like it gives me more practice on that role. So I've realized like it's sort of, I guess one thing I wanted with the power project, I wanted to push it. Like I think maybe you'd feel it as well because Trevor felt it like. But when I came in, like everything was go. I was always go. When I came in,
100 miles per hour.
I was always go. But then for me, so I would go right and then I'd clash.
Trevor and I had the clutch and brake in the clutch and the gearbox, and you are the accelerator, captain is the brake.
Yeah, basically, so I was.
Trevor and I just supporting either side. We're helping around.
So I was in, and then you get captain, and captain say stop. Stop because captain says stop, right? No, we can't do this. No, we can't. Like that frustrated me, and so on. But then, what I've come to realize is that that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen in any team you are, and then you're gonna need that. Because then what I've realized, I'd go even in my own projects, right? I'd write a news. So let's say I started like, especially my newsletters, I started like 6. There were the times I write at 6, right? I finished writing at like 12, publishing, not publishing, but like editing and so on. I finished writing at 12. And then from 12, that's when I want to publish. And then market as well at the same time. That's just when my mind is just completely finished. So I realized with the way, with Captain's breaks and the way he does it, it's inconvenient and sometimes, but then what I've realized is that
sometimes it helps with the balance.
It's not exactly a balance, but then what I've realized is that you need the break to process what's going on and what you're thinking about. But now, so say, I post, right? Captain said, no, he's not going to do the thumbnail today, he's going to do the thumbnail tomorrow, right? I say, so now I have 2 days to think about what's happening, marketing and everything. So now I have 2 days to process. I don't want to process it because I want to go, but then I have now 2 days to process and think. So now, when I market, now I have a better understanding of what's going on, what you want, what's this, what's that. So now when I market, it's from a view of, it's a better view. So I've started like incorporating as well in my own things now, that you put time between when I'm sitting down and editing, I'm only editing, I'm only writing, and then when that's only what I'm doing, instead of just putting everything in once, because then now you end up rushing to finish instead of to do the project properly. That's one of the things that I've learned in Captain, but then in pumping the brakes, I think also now, when we started, everyone wanted their own, everyone had their own vision of what they wanted from where they. So that's what the clash was. So for me, I already had my own project. So for me, firstly, I wanted it to be based on my topics, because even like most of the topics that we have now are sort of my topics. Besides the video when I post, besides the video we posted, it's not. They've been mostly my projects.
Yeah.
My interest.
Inputs.
Yeah. But then also now I've realized, like, with Captain stopping the brakes, I've realized I can't go in as much, because then it's gonna be some input from others as well. So that's also necessary. But then another thing is that each person now is seeing, each person is understanding how the other person works, and then they're good and bad. And then now we're starting to see, this guy works here, he works better here, he works better here, and then if he's gonna do that, I'm gonna do this. So now we started to see sort of gel. Now we know how to gel. Then once we gel, we know, okay, so this is the best way to move forward. So now I really, like, before when I put my input, Captain would get angry, but understandably, I think it's because of the 2 hours I was shutting it in for before we were editing. But then now I'm just getting in. I was getting in. Perhaps I'm doing my own thing and I'm coming back. I'm just like, for like 2 minutes, I'm like, maybe let's change the background, let's change this, let's change that. And Captain says, it's not working. I'm like, I mean, it might, but okay, and just leave him be. So now there's a better cooperation effort now, because we understand the person's view, and also respect the person's views as well, where he's coming from. That's something. It's another thing.
15 seconds off the record. Yeah. Gave myself my own action. Yeah. So no, I understand what that is, because also that's how we were as well with our YouTube. Everyone wanted something different. No one wanted to do anything. I was giving them roles, and nobody did anything. At least a year.
For us, we are silent.
Yeah.
Trevor,
the thing is, I want to do more, because like I'm getting bored. I did some nice edits. I can edit more and do some stuff. The thing is, but I don't know where to pick. I don't know what to pick. That's the thing. I'm so confused. The thing is, and also as soon as I choose it or choose whatever I want to do, I'm like, am I gonna do good there? Is it gonna be? Am I gonna flop? But then at the point now, I can choose it. Whatever needs to be done, I'll do it. I don't mind. And plus, I can get connection. I can get people to talk. Huh? Yo, a lot of people know me for no reason. I have friends in Angola, in Mozambique, in Botswana. I've never met them before, but they're my friends.
But like for me, we found our roles just good.
Yeah. And the thing is, I feel the thing is with our project, I feel not only is it diverse, and not only is it the fact that it's for individuals, and go back to it, it's for individuals doing a lot of things. It's not like we have a reaction side now. We're doing reactions. That has no relation to inflation. But I feel like we can even get more things on it. We can become, it's gonna be weird to sound, but we can become like the South African sidemen. They started only games. We started with podcasts. They went to a podcast. We can go to games.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm getting paid, sure. I'm not sitting down and playing games for no reason. Unless I want to chill. There's just no reason.
My man said he's not sitting down and playing games for no reason. Yo, I sit and play games for absolutely no reason. I would be studying and I'll be like, my PlayStation is looking at me.
Unless I'm tired of the week. That's when I'm sitting down.
I don't even have to be tired. I can wake up and go and play games. I have any excuse to play games. Yo.
But I mean, we're good.
Yeah, the thing is, I was planning for us to maybe get a Minecraft world and make a Minecraft series. The Minecraft, not only is it fun to play with friends, obviously alone is going to be boring. Not only is it fun to play with friends though, it's so entertaining. You know, I can be like, I just picture like myself sorting, like farming or something, and my brother in one corner like bullying animals, and Captain in one corner being chased by a creeper. And my friend Mohammed, I don't know what he's doing, probably farming for gold, and he's stuck down. I have to help him. Then we get attacked by spiders and skeletons. Oh, the things I can do, the things we can do. Oh, I've seen some hectic things on Minecraft.
Well, then we just, I think, take it one step at a time.
Yeah, we can't rush into things, otherwise we'll be burnt out with it. I think where we go in the pace we're going right now is good. I think we set a pace. We're not going too fast, we're not going too slow. We're going fast when we need to so we can de-stress, so we can talk about things. And then we're going slow when we know that, you know, at this time we need to study. So I think, yeah, we're doing well. Oh, we talked a lot about this.
Whether going to studies or not?
Nah, it's fine, you know. Let's not talk about studies. No, but like, if getting into studies, yo.
I mean, you don't have to.
We can give a small brief. The way I study is, I don't study under pressure, but I don't not study under pressure. Sometimes it works well, sometimes it doesn't. It's like the more I write something out, the better I understand it. But also, the more I try to experience something, the better I can understand it. Like, I don't know how to
For me,
explain
the only time I can write it down is when I'm writing my own projects I'm thinking about. When I'm in thought, that's the only time I can write.
Yeah.
Actually, like write pen and paper. Because for me, writing, there's typing, and I can type, right, and I can like write things down. One time I'm ever writing down something is when I really like to write, is when I'm thinking and just like translating. Other than that, when I'm writing formulas and things, that's annoying.
Fair enough. Studying, like, also with writing, I like writing, yes, here and there, it makes me understand, but the writing I like to write, I'm gonna seem like the most unrealistic person on the planet. I wanna get this degree, I wanna build my own car, I wanna open a restaurant, I wanna learn how to play instruments, I wanna become a fully fledged author. It's gonna seem like the most unrealistic thing.
Not quite.
Because the thing is, people will be like, they look at you. You have a lot of realistic people. They'll be like, you're doing too much.
I've been saying that to myself. I don't know.
But then, like, exactly, you only live once. What's stopping you from doing it? I would love to. I mean, for me, and it's not even to like make my parents proud or anything. Just for me, when I'm about to die, I'll be like, you know what? I'm satisfied. I don't want to be like, I never do this. I don't do this. I don't do this yet. I don't do this yet.
The way I see, the way I look at it is like, I'm living in the. The way I look at it is like, your past. The only time you can actually live is in the present, not as in. The only time you're alive is in the present.
The past you is dead.
Yeah, the past is not exactly dead, but then you're not living in the past. You're not living in the future. The only time
The past me is dead. It's a different guy now.
because then you use the past to reflect, right?
Yeah.
And then the future is your reference point to guide your present. But then the only time you actually feel you're actually alive is in the present. So then for me it's to be alive in the present, be in the moment, and then I realize like with humans it's you're meant to move, you're meant to move, and then suffering is a way to create the movement.
Character development.
Yeah, suffering is a way to create. Because before I'd say you're meant to suffer, but then that's not actually. Now that I'm thinking of, that's what I said before, right? That was my view. But then now that I'm saying it, like from it, suffering is what creates the movement. The obstacle is what creates the movement, and then once you pass that obstacle, that's when you get the joy from the being in the process, even if it's hard. That's where, especially because it's hard. That's when you get the, because if it's easy you're bored. So if it's hard, that's when you get the
Like how
satisfaction.
I play FIFA. That's literally the reason. If it's too easy, I'm bored.
So that's how you
Make it
get
harder for myself.
that's how you get the satisfaction from doing something. That's when you actually feel that you're alive.
Come to think of it, Newcastle versus PSG. I'm thinking
Today?
about it now. No, I'm saying that game that played. That
Yeah,
was
that
my
game.
game against Captain. And I had Newcastle and I won. I predicted the game. Oh, see. I'll bit my tongue.
What is it called? 4-0 or something.
I don't know, it was 1-1. We went to penalties and I won 4-1. 3 penalties.
No, but in the game.
I used a broken controller. I couldn't shoot, I couldn't sprint, I couldn't pass. All I could do was move the left analog.
Okay, but I mean the real game that played.
Oh, in the real game?
Yeah, it was 4-0.
4-1.
4-1.
Yeah.
Okay. So you predicted the penalty. So you played in the penalties then.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about it. Oh, that's nice. And 3 of them were, the Newcastle, the way they scored. But let's not get into that. We'll talk about sport another time. Yeah, another episode.
In that case, I get annoyed. I like writing when I'm in the middle of us. I get annoyed with the way I pick projects. With the way I pick topics, it's.
You want my bag as a pillow? Yes.
You don't want to join for last 15, last 30 minutes.
I didn't know not talking is scary. And some of us are used to talk too much. I'm gonna have videos up.
Yeah, for podcast.
Man, yours is 1 hour though. Yours is 1 hour.
Oh,
What's your
predicament?
predicament?
No.
I got my test.
It's 1 hour.
I got my test back.
No, not about project.
Oh, yours.
Yeah, mine.
It's 1 hour.
I'll put backwards. Yeah, what you saying? What about 40%?
This was unplanned. This was unplanned.
You cut the call. Bruh.
You thought you were going to record online.
I had no.
I don't know where we stopped. Sorry about that.
Okay, now the way I'm just saying, the way I write, right? The way I write is annoying because I pick topics that I just things I wanted to think about, and then I end up thinking about them in my newsletter.
Okay.
I find that it's fun to do, but it's also annoying because then now I have no clue where to start, no clue where I'm going, and how I'm gonna end it. Then for you, what's your process of writing in the way you see it?
I love writing. I want to be a fictional writer. I love whodunits. I love whodunits, mystery. I love horror. I hated horror. Now I love it.
I don't know what you're about.
I used to, I was like the most scary cat person possible. And now Horror movies don't faze me. But yeah, comedy, romance, a lot of romance because I read a lot of romance novels. I watch a lot of romance related things. Although I'm very bad in that topic myself. I'm very bad in the realistic topic, not the idealistic. So I can think of a lot of idealistic tropes where something happens the way everyone wants it, but then the question is, not everything happens the way you want it. So, I mean, not the question, the problem is, not everything happens the way you want it. So, yeah. So I love writing. The thing is, the only time I ever get annoyed with myself is when my brain starts deviating out of what I initially planned the topic to be. I have like 3 books I was writing, pages full, like a lot of pages into it, and the amount of times I changed it, and I said I'll come back to it because I get frustrated at the amount of things I'm changing.
Didn't you have a story in the start of the year? I remember.
A lot of stories.
I remember. You said you had a great book, right? You said you were writing. You said you had 7 levels.
Yeah.
Whatever did that deviated.
Yeah. The thing is, the more you write about it, the more you let your imagination gets wild, the more you think that this is not gonna work. This is not gonna grab anyone's attention. So it seems too cliche. I hate being cliche. I hate being I hate being not the odd one out. I hate being one that everyone can think I can predict. I don't want anyone to predict my story. That's how I enjoy things like anime and movies and stuff. If I can predict it, I'm bored of it. If I can't, that's how I have a top 5 set of anime when I watch. The top 5 are based on how predictable they are. They are completely, I could not predict them. That's the reason why they're in my top 5. And that's how I like writing. That's how I want to be, right? That's how I want to write. And the hardest thing to do, the hardest type of books I feel to write, where if you want something where no one can predict, are whodunit mystery books. The way people are detective coded, they can predict everything. And you want to be that person that be like, but you didn't think of this, but you didn't think of this. So that's what I want to aim to be. So that's why I say I like writing, but if I can't do what I want to do, then I'm like, come on. So especially, yeah. But like, I am writing, I'm in the campus book club. I've never attended a single lesson because every single time they had a meeting, I was writing. Every meeting they had was on a Saturday, I'm writing maths or mechanics.
What about communication?
And and communication. They had like 8 meetings.
All of them were writing?
All of them were writing. 5 of them were on Saturdays. 3 of them were during class time. The thing is, we write too much in this course. There's so many papers. There's so many tests. I don't even know how many. I can't even count the number of tests we wrote on all of our fingers and toes combined.
That's small. You're right. It's a lot. In any case, that was Mayu, everyone. If you wanna catch more of us, join the power. You'll catch us on the Power Project. Work on the Power Project. Link will be in the description, and we'll see you in the next video.